What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Low-Key Legend. How the fuck y'all doing today? I'm doing alright. Today I am back with a brand new episode of Stoner Tips for you guys. Today we are jumping on board with episode 116 of the Stoner Tips series. Today's topic, what we are going to be covering, is hemp wicks. So if you guys don't know what that is, if you learned something from the video, if you did enjoy, smash the thumbs up button. Let's dive right out into this episode 116, talking about some hemp wicks. Alright, so let's just dive right on into it. The first place I've ever got introduced to hemp wicks was I believe online. Alright, so if you guys are watching this video, maybe never heard of hemp wicks or still don't know what they are, maybe you've seen them online, never thought to go ahead and continue with that purchase that you were thinking about going with, I would recommend that you guys do try them out. It's definitely something that's affordable to a lot of people, and it can go a long way depending on how you decide to use them. Where you can buy these usually are online. A lot of different retail or a lot of different smoke websites, I guess. I've never seen them in sale at any tobacco stores. I don't know if they're that readily available. I think they are actually, but they might be in a string of a very small amount. So you might be able to get them in tobacco stores, but they will only be like 3 feet, maybe 4 feet. I'm not sure the exact percentage of how long they're gonna be, but I do know that you can buy an entire ball of hemp wick online for like $10 more or less, no more than $20. You can buy an entire ball of hemp wick, and that hemp actually goes up to maybe, I would say, more than 50 feet. This is an entire ball of hemp wick you can get your hands on. And what its purpose is all you do is you have to light it, and then once you light the end of the hemp wick, it'll stay lit and it'll stay burning as a lighter would. So as soon as you decide to blow that hemp wick out, or blow it out to dye it out, or just pinch it out, whatever you decide to do, you can light that hemp wick. When you have a lighter, just go ahead and light it, and it's gonna stay lit. So you can use that light after the hemp wick's lit, hover it over a bowl, a bong, whatever the case is in general, and you can get a nice free butane-free hit. So a lot of people might decide to tweak out, or some points in their life will tweak, because if you hover over a lighter over a bowl and you're holding the light there, a lot of people might react differently if there's butane involved. And obviously every lighter that you guys decide to use has a small amount of butane, and some people do not prefer to get that butane in their lungs after they hit this weed. So a hemp wick completely dissolves that entire scenario. So all you gotta do is, another tip I can give you guys on hemp wick, it's a very healthy way to smoke. And if you get tired of just having to light the hemp wick from the ball, maybe take a couple inches of that hemp wick, rip it off, maybe like a foot and a half, 2 feet, cut it and wrap it around your lighter. That's going to be a super dope method of actually using the hemp wick a lot more beneficially. You wrap it around your lighter and you keep maybe like a 3-inch or 4-inch hang of the hemp wick, and all you got to do is use the lighter, light the hemp wick. All you got to do is really strike the lighter so you get a flame, hover over that hemp wick you have wrapped around your lighter already, just the end of it, and from that way it's going to be a super easy method of continuously lighting your hemp wick and having it an easy flame like that. Like I've realized hemp wick really isn't beneficial if you, or it's still beneficial, don't get me wrong, it's just a lot more of a hassle to light the hemp wick up if you just have it balled up with a little extension on it, because then you got to grab the hemp wick out the jar, or not the jar, but you know, whatever case you're carrying it in, you got to have that utensil on you at all times, rather than just have a normal lighter, which is what normal people would have. Wrap your hemp wick around the lighter a couple times so you have a good amount of hemp to use, and then have the end of it stick out at the main point of the lighter where the flame comes. So all you got to do is flick the lighter, let the flame go for a sec, start roasting the hemp wick, take that hemp wick and roast it over whatever you're trying to smoke out of. Now, hemp wick I really wouldn't go towards using a bowl on, or not a bowl, a blunt. If you're sparking up a blunt, I really don't feel like it matters unless you guys are, you know, that strict about it. Then I go ahead and spark it with the hemp wick. But in the end, I feel like a lighter for that first hit out of a blunt, it really isn't nothing, because that blunt will stay roasting for a very long amount of time. If you guys are continuously maybe smoking resin out of a bowl, or trying to get that last couple hits of the bowl that you know is in there, but you have to point your lighter sort of downwards, I would really just recommend staying on the route of sparking up a blunt like that. And if you're going to smoke out of a bowl, I'd recommend using the hemp wick, because you can position that correctly to where you can get a really good hit out of it and not have to worry about getting any butane in your lungs. None of that shit, because I've tweaked on that too, but I just really didn't give a fuck. But some people will tweak on that and they will give the most amount of fucks they can give. So it's all personal preference when it comes to hemp wick. It's not something you guys need to definitely get your hands on, but if you are a stickler about smoking butane from lighters in bowls and in bongs and shit, try to get your hands on it, dude. It's gonna be a definite good investment. I don't feel like any hit is cleaner than the other, especially if you're using a hemp wick, unless you really have to point that lighter downwards and are just roasting for, like, you know, 5 seconds more or less. And then it might come in handy, but it's only for those final hits. You know, if you got a fresh bowl, you want to take your lighter, roast the bowl real quick, it's not the end of the world, but it's for them bottom hits that is more or less reclaim or just shit at the end of the bowl that you want to get a hit out of. And you flip your lighter downwards, and you might have some butane pouring in, but it's not even to the point where I feel like anybody should worry. But then again, I never worried, so it might, like I said, it might differ from individual to individual, but in the end, hemp wick is a cool way to go. It's something you guys should try if you haven't tried it already. You don't have to spend the full, you know, $15, $10 on an entire ball. You can go ahead and go the cheap route, spend maybe $2, $3 on just a little cord of, you know, 3, maybe 6 feet of actual hemp wick. See how that works out for you if you enjoy smoking out of it more or less, and then go from out your purchase from there. And like I said, you can get these probably in tobacco stores. I think I have seen them. They're not going to be the entire ball of hemp wick that you can get, you know, the 60 foot, the 100 foot of fucking just straight hemp wick. It's going to be something a lot smaller, like I said, the 3 or 6 feet little length. It almost looks like a joint paper roller, I believe, but then again, it's been a while since I grabbed hemp wick. So in the end, this is some shit I would recommend you guys to try out definitely, and see how it works for you, see how you feel smoking on hemp wick. The best strategy I thought of using the hemp wick is wrapping it around the lighter and then having the end poke out of the lighter, so as soon as you light the lighter, the very end of the hemp wick will get lit. It'll stay lit, and then you could roast that over a bowl or a bong or whatever the case is. Those would really be the only 2 real recommendations I would give you guys to use hemp wick. I wouldn't really use it to spark up a blunt. I've never done that. I think it's a lot simpler with a lighter, real quick. All you need is literally 1 second of a lit lighter to spark up a blunt, and there you have the whole entire blunt done, which is super dope about smoking blunts. But if you're smoking a bowl or a bong, try the hemp wick out, guys. I'd recommend you to try it out. It's made out of, all the best organic material you can. Definitely a lot better than a lighter, but it's not a lot better than a lighter, because a lighter works the same way unless you're flipping that lighter upside down. You feel like you might be getting a little butane in there by holding the lighter or lighting the lighter super long amount of time, because you can do the same thing with a piece of hemp wick and it'll do the exact same thing for you. So in the end, this video will have to go out as personal preference, whatever you guys want to prefer, but I do want to make this episode of Stoner Tips because I think that it is a piece of stoner equipment that you guys should get your hands on. Wrap it around your lighter, like I said. Even if you get the little 3-foot one, it's going to be a thick little layer around your entire lighter of hemp wick, but in the end, if you keep that lighter around, it's gonna last you weeks, literally. Like, all you gotta do, you probably lose a couple inches of hemp wick every time you light it, and that's max. So do what you want with this information, though. I just wanted to help you guys out in case you wanted to find a little healthier alternative of smoking weed. Hemp wick is the way to go. I used it quite a few different times, and I realized the best way to do it is wrap it around a lighter, and when you spark it up, it's always gonna be a fresh hit of straight hemp wick. So in the comments, I want you guys to let me know if I missed out on any topics or any tips in this video, and let me know of any topics that I could hit on in my next episode of Stoner Tips. But this has been episode 116 of the Stoner Tips series. series, talk about hemp wick. If you guys did enjoy, smash the thumbs up button. It does go a long way. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a couple days, but hopefully very shortly I'll be resuming my regular uploading schedule, which is every day. So we'll see where it goes though, man. I love you guys all. Y'all stay safe, stay savage, stay low key. It's your boy, the LowkeyLegend. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here, guys. Adios.